Greetings and welcome everyone. Please let me know if you can hear me well by typing a Y on the text chat. All right, wonderful. Thank you very much everyone for taking out time from your busy schedules for this special webinar again, for coming together to learn, choose, and act for the highest good of all. So how's everyone doing tonight? All set for some powerful work? So most of you are my Guardian members as well. So thank you very much, the Guardians, for joining today for yet another powerful session. It's a great honor. All right. So we will be talking about some facts where you will be given an opportunity once again to learn about the mechanics of creating a reality. You will also be receiving insights on how the collective mind gains strength and impacts all. You will be working together with me using very powerful frequencies to transmute what is not serving you well. You will be learning that how you can apply the power which is within you for the highest good of all. So it's not just yourself that you are going to be serving today, but basically you can bring into your intent your family members, your friends, your neighborhood, and also keep in intent your physical location to benefit from today's clearing and activations. And since this session might go for more than 1 hour or so, therefore make sure that you have no distraction of any kind. And please stay focused to what you are going to be learning today. It is different from what we usually do on our monthly sessions of the Guardians. This is something more in terms of knowing the facts about the reality. Do you have enough water with you? All right. How many of you have already been subjected to the story of the two wolves? It's a Cherokee Indian legend. Yes, so the story goes like this, that an old Cherokee is teaching his grandson about life. What he's telling his grandson is something that each one of us can take and apply as well. There is a fight that is going on inside of me, said the old Cherokee. It is a terrible fight, and it is between two wolves. One of the wolves is all about hope, light, love, and peace. And the other one is about despair, darkness, hate, and competition. So the grandson thought about it for a minute, and then he asked his grandfather, "So, which one wins, grandfather?" The old Cherokee simply replied, "The one you feed the most." Yes, our negative thoughts in particular have the power to disempower us. The negative thoughts that every person naturally has creates anxiety, anger, resentment, feelings of jealousy and competition. However, if this way of thinking is persistent, it leads to self-destruction behavior like addictions and diverting a person from the real purpose of their life. The least harm that any negative thought can bring is to deprive a person who is energizing these thoughts from self-confidence and cast over them a really bad mood. However, since the thought process is so quick that one can hardly notice the thoughts shifting from good to bad, but the awareness that one can have and an attitude of self-compassion, these two traits can assist a person in redirecting their negative thoughts back to more positive ones. It is always a challenge though. But you do understand that our thoughts have the power to become our worst enemy, right? But they can become our worst enemy only if we allow them to become. It's a matter of choice point once again. If you are choosing to allow your negative thoughts to take over your entire mood, then it is your choice. So, how many of you are struggling with this tug of war between the two wolves? Every one of us, including me. Of course, we are normal humans, but each one of us is learning and we are empowering at the same time. The empowerment is not that easy. It requires homework. It requires efforts and actions. So, what do you think you can do? Next time, when a negative thought comes in your mind, can you catch it? If you can't catch it, then ask yourself, what is this thought doing for me? And the answer you are going to get is that this negative thought is disempowering you. Now, would you like to stay in that state of disempowerment? Absolutely not. Please remember that any kind of negative thought like hate, fear, competition, jealousy, these are all mental programs. And just like any computer program, this mental program can be removed. It can be removed from the human's operating system, and a new higher frequency program can be installed. It is much easier to understand the logic behind the creation of thoughts once you understand the power that you have within. Unfortunately, the majority of humanity is busy running the wrong program, the negative program, and they are busy feeding the wrong wolf. So how reality affects collective mind? The hologram that you see in front of you right now, it is actually the part of the thought vibration you just moved out of. Every single step that you take in your physical reality is a result of a thought vibration that you just moved out of. Now, the part of us that is looking and witnessing the stream of consciousness right now is the present. So, right now what you are doing, you are looking at the slide and you are also aware and conscious of what I'm talking about. So this is the present now moment. And when you close your eyes and imagine a light, then you are seeing the frequencies of dimension above you. That is the future time zone. This specific slide is from my learnings from Master Toby Alexander. He is my mentor, and I have been learning the powers of thought programs and manifestation techniques from him since several years. So all these points really make sense to you once you become aware of what is running in your mind. Your thought power is limitless. There is no limit to it, so If you are putting any limit to it, then again it is a choice point. You are choosing to limit your thought. Interesting, right? Yeah, so there is a single intelligent consciousness that permeates the entire universe, the universal mind. So right now what we are talking about how the reality affects collective mind. So since we know that there is a single intelligent consciousness that permeates the entire universe known as the universal mind, your mind as an individual is a part of this one universal mind, contributing non-stop towards the creation of reality. So right now, majority of individuals around the world, they are most likely running into this chemical translation of their unconscious thoughts. So this is what is showing up in our surroundings as lack and limitations, as illness, as conflict, right? What you see in your collective reality is the result of the collective mindset. And how is the collective mind is getting created? From the thoughts of individuals within this dimension. Since each individual is a part of a collective mind, it in turns creates a similar distorted reality for all, for the collective. So once you truly understand that your mind is the single source of all power and that this power is within you, you will have found the only true source of infinite power for which nothing is impossible and impossible is nothing. Remember, your thoughts have immense power. Can you see that? Is it making sense? Yes, you have a choice point to make right now. Either to energize thoughts of conflicts, fights, and competition with one another, or to find a new sense of true self and rise above the darkness that seems prevailing. And these are not just words. It is not just here for you to come and attend this webinar and take these words and then forget about it. This is a transmission that each one of you is choosing to receive. And each one of you will be contributing after taking this transmission, but as per your choice. Your contribution will be as per your choice. So what wolf are you choosing to entertain? Completely up to you. So in summary, know that the frequency of our individual thought is the reason of our physical reality. If any one of you is not in a very harmonious reality right now, please take a moment and observe your thoughts about yourself and the people who are around you. You will get the answer. Because we create our world and our own experiences. The surroundings receives messages from you, from your thoughts. So take responsibility for what you are creating. Simply, individual thoughts are contributing toward creation of collective mindset, which in turn is responsible for the creation of reality. Simple, right? Do you believe that everyone is responsible for their thoughts and choices? Yes, of course. Definitely. Do you believe in hope? Everyone is saying yes. Do you believe in light? What about the teamwork? Do you believe in teamwork? Absolutely. Are you a dreamer? Yep. Excellent. This is what I'm looking for. Several of the people that have been working with me, they usually used to come with the questions like, who am I? And why am I here? Or what am I doing on the planet? I don't feel fit for this world. And what is further beyond this life? The first thing that I usually advise all the clients and people who are contacting me is to learn how to communicate with their own higher, wiser self. Because asking questions from another person somehow also disempowers you. I'm not saying that asking questions is not good. Of course, unless you ask a question, how will you receive? However, before asking a question, do check with your own higher, wiser guidance. Because your higher self is already in the possession of the answer to your question. Yeah, well, we live in a society which is perfectly configured to take us out of the experience of our true self. How many of you are connected to your true self all the time? Because there's a constant distraction. There's a lot of noise. There's media. There's traffic. There are thoughts about what to do tomorrow. Worries about the careers. The TV media itself is creating constant distractions, which is pulling us out of the experience within and keeps us engaged in the drama outside. So what happens is that our soul gets fragmented into conditional behaviors and thought forms that we take on from our society, and the soul gets dispatched into these fragmented patterns. We may live for several years without the meaning of our real life and purpose. Just because we are a dreamer does not really make us a very positive person. Because in reality, what we are doing is that we are totally distracted. We dream about a better tomorrow, but are we also taking actions to reach that better tomorrow? Are we directing our thoughts towards that better tomorrow? So one thing that can be done for you all as a dreamer is that you also become more observant in your awakened time. Connect more with nature. Connect with stars. Create heart-to-heart connections with people. Do you know how to create heart-to-heart connections with people? Listen to them. While you are in the presence of any other person, look in their eyes when you are talking to them instead of looking at your gadgets. Appreciate and enjoy the company of another person, even if that person is a stranger. Appreciate and enjoy nature around you. Feel your surroundings. The reason I am bringing these points to your attention is that they have very high impact on the quality of our thoughts, directing ourselves towards a more harmonious, positive outcome for the goodness of all. So once you are in full awareness of who you are yourself, you are aware of your surroundings, you are aware of your behavior, your thoughts automatically starts becoming aligned. You start getting more in peace. You start getting into the sense of oneness with everything. So when you can feel this connection, you feel joy. And when you are feeling joy, then what kind of thoughts are coming in your mind? With the feeling of happiness and joy, there is no way that you can move back to anything like jealousy, competition, hatred. So when you are no longer attached to the drama and you also become an observer, know that you have stepped out of the gateway to a higher consciousness. However, the key is to become the observer of oneself in all of your interactions. Become an observer. Introduce yourself as an observer. John, the observer. Alia, the observer. Abdul Munim, the observer. Believe me, my friend, once you become an observer, this marks the awakening. The mind gets open to the fact that there are a lot of energies that are playing in this world, nurturing, connecting with nature, with people. Your consciousness starts expanding like a genie out of a bottle. See yourself and then see others. Come to the light that you are. Well, once you have this synchronicity within you, then the outer world will reflect back to you in the same way. And since you have already claimed that you are a dreamer, so I am looking forward to work with dreamers from all walks of life who are ready to create a harmonious reality with their thoughts, with their choices, and with their actions. Let's begin the work then. We are going to be using higher frequency activations. I will be doing the clearings using codes of Ah. I am one of the certified practitioners for the codes of Ah, and I will be assisting you all with these beautiful sacred mandalas activations. Before we move forward, I would like to ask all of you to say thank you to the creator of Codes of Ah, Yvonne Delafleur. She is one of my mentors, and she is the one who has been receiving the guidance from the masters from Absolute Harmonic Universe for the design of every single sacred mandala that you will be witnessing today. So please be very mindful of the copyrights of all of these sacred codes. They are under the copyrights of Yvonne Delafleur and Brilliant Future Incorporation. Whatever you will be receiving today is only for this session to be used for yourself, and together we will be using it for the goodness of all. However, these are not to be used in your practice unless you are in official possession of these codes. Okay? The disclaimer for this work is that the codes of our sessions do not replace any medical intervention. They are, however, used to increase one's own self-healing and self-mastery powers. Yes, be very clear about them. We are not taking this work as a replacement of any medical intervention. However, from my own personal experience and several of you who are in the same journey, we know the power of these codes. So in order to move forward with this sacred work, let's set the intent. If you desire, you can just listen to me or you can repeat after me. Connecting to the higher self of all attendees of this session. creator of all beings, angels and archangels, my higher self, my personal team of guides, teachers, and angels. I request the following for all attendees of this session in all versions, on all interdimensional levels, for all energy bodies into infinity, in all concepts of time, on all subconscious, conscious, and superconscious levels throughout eternity, to receive all sacred activations in the best way possible for them and in line with their higher self. Tahija and Tadai. As we set this powerful intent, let's also get centered. Start visualizing a white beam of light entering your crown chakra, going through your central vertical channel all the way down to the center of the earth, creating a pillar of white light. Also visualize this pillar of white light expanding and going all around you. So simultaneously, the light is going through you, and at the same time, it is all around you. Start taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. If there is any tension in the body, say out loud the word soften. Send the word soften to every muscle, starting with your eyes, your jaws, your neck, your back, all the way down to the toes. Soften. I will be doing all clearings and activations of the codes silently for the sake of safeguarding the code's name and their copyrights. You will, however, be feeling all the activations as tingling sensations and sensations of warmth or cold in your bodies. And for those of you who can feel the codes activations in their left hand, you can also monitor the clearing and activation. So the first clearing is all about clearing the competition. This is one of the biggest problem humanity is in nowadays. And unfortunately, each one of us is also playing a major role and contributing towards competition. What do you see in Olympics? Competition. And what is this competition bringing about? Judgment. So is it a good thing or a bad thing? It's not just about Olympics or any games. It's about everything. Why do we compete? To make ourselves look better. To have that kind of a superiority identity within ourselves, that I am better than the other person. When there are thoughts of separation due to ego and personality, then it creates competition among one another. There is a competition all the time between the nations, between companies, students, employees. So if you can just sit down for a while and think about it, what is this competition creating? When you are competing with another person, do you have feelings of love and compassion for that person? Be honest. Another person is always there as a mirror. So see yourself in the other person rather than judging the person. They are offering a mirror to see ourselves better, to know ourselves. If you don't like something about another person, it is something that is within you that you don't like. Kind of ugly facts. But once you understand this, then you are already on the path of ascension. Ascension of consciousness. Competing with oneself is good. Like you are competing with yourself to become a better person than yesterday. That is a good thing. You have feelings of understanding and excitement when you are competing with yourself. Letting go of this sense of separation and rejoicing in being connected with one another and the divine creates more of the light. When there is no separation, when there is more of a cooperation and understanding with compassion, that is one of the traits of ascension. But where is the world going nowadays? Do you see it going towards ascension, or is it going backwards? The point here that is important to understand is we are not required to engage ourselves in competition with a sense of separation, with ego and personality, which brings about judgment and hatred. Are you getting my point here? Yes, so let's go ahead and clear the negative aspects of competition. Now start looking at the center of this code. Inhale the code in your third eye and then just close your eyes for a while, seeing the code in your third eye as an impression. Replace the program of competition with cooperation. Now, once again, open your eyes, inhale the code in your third eye, and with an exhale, send it to your heart chakra. Opening all the block patterns that are around the concept of competition, judgment, and hatred. Clearing all these blockages and transforming them into unconditional love, compassion, and understanding. Continue taking deep breaths in through your nose and out through your mouth. Continue looking at the code. Feel the expansion of this code as you visualize it in your heart chakra. Activating within the soul memory of all attendees the law of one, which acknowledges the value, interconnection, and interdependence of all components of reality, and the living God within all creations. Know that separation is a program, a projection of mind governed by ego and personality. With this activation and clearing, clear the veils of illusions and separations from all attendees and let them get in tune with the law of oneness, the law of collaboration, and omni love. Tahija and Tudoi. And for those of you who are monitoring the energy, you will feel the energy very heavy. Yeah? It's a living code of consciousness. So the more you're going to interact with these sacred codes, you are actually moving towards yet another high level of consciousness. As these sacred codes are sacred geometry, they are imbued with powerful intents, prayers, sound, colors, and patterns that are meant to transmute what is not for your highest good. And if competition within you is not for your highest good, that is what it is transmuting. So if you are feeling a lot of tingling sensations and heaviness in your heart chakra, then know that the code is assisting you in clearing these identities. Yes, there is a lot of buzziness. That's true. No need to worry though. Just continue breathing in and out slowly and gently. Right now you are clearing eons of these identities from yourself. It's working on all layers of your awareness and multidimensional existence. So you have no idea how much work you are doing right now in just one session. Now, while we are working on clearing the identities of competition from our heart chakra, also understand that any feelings of hatred, judgment, competition also brings a lot of diseases within our body. So if there is any problem that you see in your surrounding people or within you related to the heart or any other part of the body, know that there is an energetic blockage or a thought that is creating that problem. Our thoughts have power. They have frequencies. They have the power to affect our health. So choosing more positive and uplifting thoughts is for your own highest good. You are doing a service for yourself by just choosing to thought positively about yourself and others. Makes sense, right? Do you feel good about yourself when you have any kind of resentment towards any person, or you are judging another person and talking in a bad way? Do you feel good within your body? So start observing your sensations. If something is not feeling good within your body, don't do it. Is it that difficult? It's your life. It's your choice. Once you start becoming an observer, you will be amazed at how much you will begin to observe. Like you will be observing everything. The food that you are eating, the color of the food that you are eating, the clothes, their texture, their color, your surroundings, everything. As I'm waiting for the activation to go quantum, just do a quick exercise and take a couple of deep breaths and then open your eyes and observe things around you. I can guarantee that you will observe things that are in your physical presence in a different way. Maybe just look at yourself in the mirror. Look into your own eyes. Observe your eyes. What do you see there? Observe your breathing. How do you feel when you are taking deep breaths? Smile. How do you feel when you smile? Your thoughts are changing, right? When you become an observer, you become a positive thinker. This is the mission of this session, to shift your thought patterns. And let me know if it is working for you. All right, everyone, the energy is almost quantum. Please drink some water and infuse the water with this code and drink it. And pay a humble gratitude once again to all the masters, the creator of these codes, Yvonne, for making this session a possibility for all of you and for everyone around. Remember that with the feelings of gratitude and humbleness, you are raising your level of consciousness. You are spreading those positive vibes of gratitude. You are taking into consideration the fact that there are other energies participating along with your energies. So you are acknowledging everyone and everything. This is the law of oneness. When you acknowledge, when you feel in oneness with everything, by acknowledging. And it is done. How's everyone doing? Thank you, Ivan. Quiet, stillness, excellent clearing. I felt it instantly, fell asleep, very deep. We are good, peaceful, humbled, tingling everywhere. Yes, that's a good way to perceive the situation, Rosie. Connect. Get in tune with the oneness. Peaceful and relaxing and joyful, Fahmida. Excellent. One thing again for all of you to remember, that as our morphogenetic field expands, we expand in consciousness, okay? And all of these codes that are coming to all of you are from Absolute Harmonic Universe, the golden rooms with very pure energies. So they affect you immediately. Your energy field is affected in a positive way because they have the subtle energies just like a flower essence. And you can also call them quantum healing tools because they transcend time and space. And they assist you in the highest good for yourself. Yes, so as our morphogenetic field expands, your consciousness expands to a higher level, and then everything in your surroundings shifts. For example, the competition, hatred, judgment, and drama shifts to compassion, love, understanding, and cooperation. You feel these shifts within you by simply interacting with these quantum healing tools. So this is the energy work. These are energetic prescriptions, just like medical prescriptions. And I use them all the time for myself and for my clients. These require to be used on daily basis though, because in a human perception, we are very good in creating auric attachments again through our thought forms. The feelings of competition and hatred comes and goes because we are not really in an observer state of mind all the time. But it is yet another level of mastery when we do achieve that level of observation of our thoughts. If you can catch your thought and shift it, that is a mastery. But it requires work. It requires your commitment. But if you are committed to shift your reality and the reality for the collective, then I'm sure that after this webinar, you will become an observer of your thoughts. You think you can do that? You have just learned that the universal mind is receiving thoughts from the individuals to create a reality, right? Thank you. Thank you for your commitment and for saying yes. Now, another very powerful and beautiful clearing and activation. Harmonizing human connection. Yes, we can create a better and harmonious tomorrow, but let's focus on creating this tomorrow in our present now by aligning our thoughts right now. Because thoughts will create the foundation, but then how you are going to choose to apply those thoughts with your actions, that is yet another level that you require to commit yourself to. Our choices and actions are all based on what we are thinking, what we are intending, and what we are manifesting. And what do you think is the most prominent need for humanity? What do you think? Is it money? Is it richness and abundance? Is it food and shelter? What do you think? So this is excellent. Everyone is saying love. Love is the most prominent need for humanity. If you are feeding the right wolf, you will always create a harmonious reality for yourself and others. And peace is a byproduct of love. You cannot be in peace when you are full of hatred and resentment, right? The basic need for all humanity is love. Everything else is a byproduct of love. Peace, harmony, abundance. Start looking at the center of this code. Inhale the code in your third eye and then again close your eyes for a few seconds to see the impression of this code in your third eye. Okay. Now open your eyes once again Inhale the code in your third eye, and then from your third eye send it to your first three chakras, your root chakra, your sacral chakra, and solar plexus. And when you do this activation in your first three chakras, then move to your heart chakra. So you are in control of this clearing and activation while I'll do the activation command silently. And you will be feeling a lot of tinglings, warmth, or cold sensations as you will start working from the root chakra. So remember, first root chakra, then your sacral chakra, solar plexus, and then your heart chakra. And every time when you, through your intent, move the code from one chakra to another, you can move it in an anti-clockwise direction first, and then in the same chakra, move it in the clockwise direction. Alright? So spend some time with this code and do the activation at your end while I'm doing the activation command. Activating the relationship mastery with harmonization frequencies for all the attendees of this session on all level of their awareness and multidimensional existence in the best way possible for each one of them and in line with their higher selves now, Tahija and Tudoi. Again, you can feel the energy pretty heavy. Remember that we set a very powerful intent in the beginning of this session. So even if you go out of the session for some time or if you fall asleep, then your higher self is in the supervision of this work. And your higher self knows what is best for you. So do not keep any doubt in your mind when you are interacting with these sacred codes. Everything is a creation from Source God, and it comes your way as per the guidance of your higher self. So accept it, receive it, and integrate it. All right. Now bring into your intent any person with whom you are in conflict at the moment. With your intent, put this code on the heart chakra of yourself, and then from your heart chakra, exhale this code to the heart chakra of the person. Now this is going to be a bit intense, and again know that the persons on which you are working to eliminate any kind of conflict, their higher self is also responsible for this clearing and activation. I'm getting a yes for all of you actually. So go ahead and visualize the person with whom you are in conflict. Whatever is for your highest good will happen. You don't require to stay in a close relationship, but you do definitely require completion. Clearing all blockages of hate, harmonizing the human relationship. Above all relations, we have a relation of humanity with one another. So let's not forget that. Service for humanity. We are here to serve ourselves and others. There is no other purpose of humanity if you think about it. And the energy is quantum. The other person you are right now in connection with has also received the clearing and activation of this sacred code. So just pay a humble bow to the person. Now bring into your mind a golden scissor. Any ties that are not for your highest good, that are there between you and the person, cut those ties, cut those cords with this golden scissor. With the clearing and activation through this sacred code, this closure is harmonious. Again, pay a humble gratitude for this opportunity to serve yourself and the other person for the highest good. Now, go ahead and drink some water, infusing the code with this water and drink it. And then just share your experience. So for John, it was a bit intense. He had to get up and walk that one off for a bit. Tearful for Fahmida. Felt a bit warm and thirsty for Matt. Hercule, Harmony, Ivan, Smooth One, Eric, Tinglings, Alia, Light. Yeah, for some of you, this is a bit intense. I could feel it at my end as well, but know that it is all good. And it is done. Harmonious feelings inside, Moitza. So this sacred frequency is within you, and whenever you feel like harmonizing any kind of relationship, whether it is with your neighbors, your colleagues, even with your own family members, you can just bring into your mind the frequency that we are working on right now, and with an intent, send that frequency from your heart chakra to the person. It works all the time. So for Rosie, it was also intense, a massive relief, not holding on to any judgments. Yeah, that's the way. Judgment creates blockages, so stay away from it. Again, judgment is a byproduct of a thought, right? So the minute you are judging, catch the thought and then shift it to a more positive one where there is more understanding and compassion for the other person. Remember the law of oneness? All individuation of one source God, flashing on and off into manifestation based on our own level of consciousness. Now, let's move to yet another beautiful clearing and activation. This is also going to involve you and some people who are in your reality, activating love and compassion. This is one of the most powerful love activation frequencies. So there's no way to run away from it. Start looking at the center of this beautiful code. Again, inhale it in your third eye and then close your eyes. Okay, again open your eyes. Once again look at the center of the code. Inhale the code in your third eye and then with an exhale, first send it to your heart chakra. And then see it expanding throughout your heart chakra, opening your heart, filling it up with the beautiful light coming from this sacred code. The light that is also coming to you from Absolute Harmonic Universe as a part of this code. The Absolute Harmonic Universe receiving the light from Source God. So there is a stepping down of the light from the Source God into your heart right now. Feel it. Now from your heart chakra, inhale the code and then exhale it to every single cell and particle of your body. Continue the visualization of this code in every single cell of your body while I'll do the activation for all of you. Now once again, bring into your mind a person you have some sort of conflict in love. Create a protection orb using the violet flame around yourself and the person. So see yourself and the person within a protection orb of violet flame. Now, look into the eyes of the person with compassion and then feel the connection building up. This is not a romantic connection. This is a connection from one individuation of God to another individuation of God. The connection between two humans. So look into the eye of the person with compassion. Now visualize this sacred code taking a form of a vortex inside your heart chakra. Gradually expand this vortex from your heart around yourself and the person. Take this vortex to the next level now. While you are still in the middle of the protection violet flame orb along with the person, with the vortex around both of you, take this vortex outside the violet flame orb all around you. So there is a vortex inside the orb and the vortex outside for everyone and everything. Through your intent, you can also send it to the areas where you feel that this frequency is required. The power of visualization is within you. Use it. Through this visualization, we are not just clearing any conflict in love between you and the person, we are also clearing all the identities and things responsible for this conflict outside of you and the person. A lot of time we pick up negative identities from our surroundings and we believe those identities to be ours. So we are clearing all these identities from within and around. Continue breathing in and out slowly and gently. In the highest good of all, let this clearing and activation for harmonious outcomes, compassion, love, and understanding takes place in the best way possible. Dahija and Tudoi. And it is done. Now since this frequency is again within you, you can spend some time and create a passion vortex using this code in your heart to manifest your desires and clear any conflicts with other people. With this clearing, what is happening is that your hearts are clearing any kind of judgment for other people. The person you are in conflict with, the conflict is because there is some kind of a judgment about another person. So this clearing is removing the identities of judgment and replacing them again with compassion, love, and understanding. So this clearing is complete. Again, pay a humble bow to the other person. Also pay a humble bow as a gratitude for this opportunity to serve yourself, the other person, and everything around you. Again, in your mind's eye, bring in the golden scissor and cut the cords that are not for your highest good between yourself and the person and anything that is around you. When we use this visualization of cutting the cords, we are completing the process. Okay? So completion is important, but it requires to be done with utmost love, respect, and harmony, without leaving any resentment or any hatred. All right. Please drink some water, infusing the water with this code and drink it. Yeah, you can eat it, you can drink it, whatever you desire, John. Just know that it's a sacred code of consciousness assisting you and several others through you. So as you empower your heart vortex energies using this powerful code, you can actually direct the universal flow of creation and love energy to yourself and others. And this also assists in the manifestation of desires. Because manifestation becomes easy once you are clear on your level of awareness. When you don't have any energetic blockages, your manifestation becomes very powerful and instant. Some of you actually are witnessing that. The manifestation becomes very quick. Because your heart is open. You are a loving being. You don't carry judgment, resentment, and hatred for others. You are for the highest good of yourself and others. You are in service to yourself and humanity. All right. So this was quite powerful. Yeah. Intense for some of you. Tears of joy. Let them flow. Yeah, there is a luminous light emitting from this code. And it becomes more powerful as you interact with it. I feel loved, Moitza, very strong. Horakio, very intense for Matt. Intense tinglings and clearing is happening, of course. Sleepy. Yeah, somehow the frequencies do make you sleep. Plus my voice also gets very deep, so it also puts my client to sleep. No worries though. Okay everyone, so let's go ahead and do one more powerful activation for the higher self guidance, for the highest good of all. Several of you are already aware of this protocol. This is not a code of awe. Just continue looking at this picture and bring this visualization covering your entire body, bathing you with the golden liquid filaments. Okay? Inhale through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Connecting you now to the pillars of light, up through your crown chakra into the higher realms, the luminous light above all creations, the gust of higher consciousness. Visualize these golden liquid light filaments coming down into your crown chakra, bathing your entire crown chakra with the golden light. Slowly and gradually, bring this golden light into your third eye. Move it down to your throat chakra. Moving it further down into your heart chakra. Bathing your solar plexus chakra with the golden liquid light. Your sacral chakra, and infusing into your tailbone, your root chakra. Picture this golden light going all around you, through you, uplifting and lightening you up like a golden flame. Now, keeping this visualization of the golden liquid light, send this light to all of your family members. Send this light to your entire home, your offices, your bank accounts, your properties. Send this golden liquid light to your neighborhood, your physical location. And now expand this golden liquid light to the entire planet, bathing the entire planet with golden liquid filaments and charging its grid with love and light. Amen. Through your powerful visuals, as you are doing this activation for yourself and for everyone, feel the expansion and quietness within you. It is humbly requested in the name of divine love and by the laws of the golden liquid realms and alchemical powers that all attendees be infused with golden liquid filaments, all the neighborhood that is in their intent, their family members, their bank accounts, their properties, their homes, their offices, their physical location, and the entire planet is infused with golden liquid filaments, charging them with new codes, new templates, new high energies and soul programming for the highest good of themselves and for the highest good of all. Tahija and Todai. Beautiful. Now you can bring yourself out from this visualization as the energy has gone quantum. You may rub your hands together and come back to the present now moment. I salute your Christos avatar self from my Christos avatar self, and I truly wish that you all have integrated this session in the best way possible and in line with your higher self. Thank you, thank you, thank you. How's everyone doing right now? Feeling wonderful? Me too. Thank you, namaste. I feel wonderful. Rainbow all over. Stillness. Yes, you are all perceiving it quite well. You're most welcome. So I have also enjoyed conducting this service webinar for all of you, and this is my passion. This is what I love the most. And there's just a small invitation that I would like to bring to your attention. Most of you are already availing this invitation, but for those who are new in this session, please know that we do have a very sacred group called the Guardians. This is a name that has been given to a dedicated group of individuals who are working together for a collective shift of awareness and consciousness at this present time. So I'm also quite busy with this group and many other groups that I am serving right now. The only difference is that this group is under the supervision of the masters, and they are receiving messages, and then the clearings and activations are as per the messages from the masters. And what they are receiving is also serving themselves along with their families and the planet. And we are using codes of Ah all the time. So by working on themselves, these members are constantly raising their frequency, and they are manifesting a higher grade of opportunities to serve their soul purpose. Working with codes of Ah, these members are dedicated in contribution towards bringing in higher frequencies to their physical locations and also extensive clearings on all levels of their life. Sessions are conducted on every first Sunday of the month, and recordings of the sessions are also shared within group members for continuation of empowerment and support. So this is an invitation for those who are new. So if you are interested to join this ongoing group, then you can get more details from me by contacting me at my email address. It is a very important time for the entire humanity and Mother Earth, so let's make the most of this time. And remember what we have discussed today. Your thoughts have power. You can shift them by being aware of what you are thinking. So with this, I thank you all from the depth of my heart for staying with me. Thank you very much, everyone. Good night from my side of the world, and much love to all of you and your families.